In this episode, we're going to go over some SEM basics. So usually when you see an SEM, first thing you'll notice is the chamber. And then at the top, there's an electron gun, which generates the electrons that then come down the column, which are focused by a series of electromagnetic lenses. Then they'll go through an aperture. And strike your sample. When the electrons strike your sample, a number of things occur. The first thing that we'll discuss is that some of those electrons bounce straight back up. Those are called backscatter electrons. And the efficiency for which they bounce back up is based upon the atomic density of whatever composes your sample. So if your sample is rich in things like lead or iron, it's going to appear relatively brighter than regions of your sample that might have carbon or nitrogen within them. And those backscatter electrons are going to be detected right here with an in-lens backscatter detector. The other thing that happens with these electrons is that they will kick out some electrons that are native to the sample. These are called secondary electrons. Because the beam itself is where the primary electrons come from. And these secondary electrons are detected with a secondary electron detector. Which is typically charged in order to aid the flow of those electrons to the detector itself. Now the secondary and the backscatter are going to be the primary imaging modes that you'll be able to use in SEM. And that concludes this SEM Basics imaging in the SEM. Please join us again at Eric Draws Microscopy from Georgia Electron Microscopy.